Do men get married, and do they marry the next person they meet after they finally go, wow, I forgot to get married? They've been with somebody who's been wonderful for years and years and years, that could be their soulmate, and they just weren't ready. And then one day it seems like they're ready, and the next thing that crosses their path, that's who they marry.
Please answer that, 'cause I've heard that, but I don't
My
know.
girlfriend Rita Jones calls her, she's a boot camp training heifer. That's what she is. You go through boot camp with me, and then you decide, you know, I've got and put in all the work, then you break up, and then all of a sudden you go get married.
Is that true?
It wasn't true in my case. I wanted to get myself together, and so that whoever I was going to partner with, I'd be a good partner to them. So it wasn't about, I mean, I just made so many mistakes, so many bad choices, and I allowed myself to be chosen by women that weren't going to encourage me. I just made some bad choices. So I really, no, not to me, not when I got married. No, it wasn't me.
Hill?
I think it's true for some men. And this is how and why I think that some men get to a point on the maturity level and they realize that the way they've been thinking all along about I got to get here, then add this person was wrong. So it clicks in them and they realize, well, nobody I've ever dated is perfect. So the next person I'm going to date is not going to be perfect either. But I know that I want to go to this next place in my life, have a family, have a partner. So I might as well grab this next person. That's not true for every man, but I do know I have friends that basically said that to me. They said, you know what, I'm ready to get married. They could have just gotten out of a 3-4 year relationship. But they said, you know what, and part of the reason that they realized that is that they were in that long relationship. It ends, and they realize I'm still exactly where I was. And I still haven't gotten there, so I might as well get there with somebody, this next person. They'd already created so much baggage with the person before that they knew they couldn't go back there. So they just went for it with someone new.
That's 100% true. Here's the other element to that, though. Men, a lot of women, you're not married because it's not a requirement of yours. It's just simply not. You date a guy for 8, 9, 10 years. What are you doing?
Yeah.
See, how you letting this go down this long? You know, listen to me. We as men, I'm going to tell you something about us. We get it figured out in 365 days. We know if we want you. We already know. We already know if you wifey material. Once we take you over there to meet mama, we pretty much done locked in. We can't take nobody to mama. We're not like that. We get it figured in 365 days. The marriage has to be a requirement of yours. That old when he get married. See, you have to remember this thing right here. The wedding day, the dream of a wedding day is your dream. From the time you were a little girl, you've been hoped to be married one day. It's dreaming of the wedding. You pick out the gown, where it's going to be, how many people, a carriage, the flutes, the doves, everything. Y'all got bridal shops, bridal magazines. Y'all got wedding planners, everything. We got a tuxedo shop. And when we get through wearing that, we're going to take it back. That's how much the wedding day means to us. That's your dream. All we ever dream about is the woman of our dreams. And if we can get you, and you don't require the day of your dreams, we where we need to be. I got to find a woman who's everything to me, and you don't require a day. So now you've been with this man 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14 years, and ain't got a ring on your hand and a day. That's because, and please know he loves you. Please know he'll die and kill for you. But you ain't required no day. Now because the bitterness is built up, now y'all break up. Now guess what? The next woman come along, she requires a day.
Sherry?
I just, I appreciate being here. I appreciate listening to Jimmy and Hill and Steve about the other side of it. I'm not ready to go over and take a dip in the snow just yet. I love my black men. There's been men that have done me wrong, but I still believe there are many, many good black men out there. And I'm sitting here and I'm going, I am here. So I say, don't give up. Enjoy the journey.
Jackie, what's the solution?
Well, I don't know what the solution is, and that was part of the reason that I wanted to be here, because I think that one of the biggest problems that we're having with relationships with black men and black women is a lack of communication. I think Hill said it right off the bat. We do need to talk. We do have misconceptions about each other, and there is a lot of anger and bitterness on both sides. I think women are angry and bitter, many of us, and I think a lot of men are angry and bitter. And I think that we do need to have more conversations like this and try to figure out solutions. We need to move the conversation forward. You know what I mean? Because there is a tragedy happening in our community, and that's the demise of the black family. I said to Vicki when we first talked about this, I think it's reached epidemic proportions. When you look at the numbers of single black women successful, you know, on their way to becoming successful, it's scary.
What have you learned, guys?
I think what I've learned is what I learned after writing my book, that that it's important to listen, and it's also important to be willing to be free and talk. And we talking about, he was talking about baggage. I think you have to be with a partner who you're willing, that you trust enough. The two of you can sit and unload each other's baggage and help each other heal, as opposed to just trotting this baggage around on your backs, because this is weight on the relationship. So I think what I've learned here is that we can actually sit down and talk, and we can do so civilly. And I'm hoping that other people take this tenor of our conversation into their homes, into their bars, or wherever, you know. But this is good.
Hill, you've talked about you're concerned about the demise of the black family. What's going to stop that?
First of all, I'm a very hopeful person. I believe the glass is always half full. I believe that we can change this, and part of getting to where we are now is having conversations like this. And what changes it is friendship. That's it. Developing friendships with folks that are cross-gender, figuring out ways that we love, support each other. I believe that we as men have to earn a woman's commitment and trust. And women, on the flip side, need to understand and listen and really understand men from an open mind and not filter it through the way they believe a relationship should look.